Good morning, children. Welcome to the class of physics. Today we'll be learning two topics. How do we come to know where the image is formed in a plane mirror? And secondly, what are the characteristics of the image formed in a plane mirror? But before going further, let's recall what you studied in the previous class. You studied about what is an image. Now, when the light rays from the object reach the plane mirror and after reflection, we extend them backward such that they appear to meet or intersect at a point, there the image is formed. An image was, if you remember, the replica of an object. Then you studied about two types of images, real image and a virtual image. Real image is upside down and it can be taken on the screen, while virtual image is an erect or upright image and cannot be taken on the screen. If you recall the activity showing the reflection of light from a plane mirror we had taken, in which I had taken an object and you saw the image. So that image was upright or erect. That means plane mirror forms a virtual image, and you saw that the size was also the same. Third thing which we learnt were laws of reflection. First law was angle I is equal to angle R, and second law was incident ray, reflected ray and the normal all lie in the same plane. Now today we start with this, that how do we come to know where the image will be formed? So what do? We place an object in front of a mirror. Now light rays from the object gets reflected and they reach the mirror. After reaching the mirror, what will happen to those light rays? They again get reflected by the mirror, and then these reflected rays reach our eye and we are able to see the image. Now here I told you that the light rays are being reflected from the object. If you remember, how do we see an object? This we did in the previous class. And the light ray falls on the object and then it gets reflected. So that's why I have used the word here that the light rays after reflection from the object. It is understood that the light is falling on the object, then it is being reflected, and then it is reaching in front of a plane mirror. So these reflected rays, when they reach our eye, we are able to see the image. Next comes the question, where the image is formed, how do we come? It is formed, object is placed in front of it, to its left, to its right, which place it will be. So, what is the rule behind it? That when the light ray is reflected from the object, these reflected rays, we extend them backward, and wherever they appear to meet or intersect, there the image is formed. I am explaining you again that from the object, light rays reach the mirror. From the mirror, which phenomena occurred? Yes, reflection occurred. So reflected rays, they move back in the same medium. Now these reflected rays, we produce them back, and wherever they appear to meet or intersect, there the image is formed. Now I am showing you here a ray diagram of an image formation of a point object. Now what do I mean by point object? Point object means the object is very small, like you've seen the head of the pin, all pin. It's so small, like we take it just like a point, pinpoint. That's why we call it as a pinpoint object. Now what I have done here, first of all I have drawn the symbolic representation of a mirror. This is a symbolic representation of a mirror, a straight line and oblique lines. Do you remember? Oblique lines show you what? Back portion of the mirror, behind the mirror, from where no reflection will take place. If the light ray strikes behind the mirror, irregular reflection may take place, but image will not be formed. And the opposite side of it is the reflecting surface, where the light ray will fall and regular reflection will occur. So I have taken the symbolic representation of a mirror. Then what did I do? I took a point object and placed in front of the mirror, that is represented by A over here. Now from the A I took two rays, two incident rays. These are two different incident rays. They are striking at two different point of incidence. I have drawn a normal here, one normal here, one normal here. Measured this angle I, which is written here, by the protector. Let's say it is 20 degrees. So I measured again with the protector, took this also as 20, and then I have drawn a straight line which is representing the reflected ray. Same way here, measured this angle. Let's say this angle comes to be 30 degree. So this angle R will also be equal to 30 degree by laws of reflection. And then this is the reflected ray. Now these are two different reflected rays. We are producing them back behind the mirror. Here they are meeting. So this is the place where the image is formed. And you know it is a replica. Image is a replica of an object. So this is a point. So this is also a point, and it is represented by A dash. So A is the point object, A dash is the image of the object, N1 and N2 are two different normals. I'll explain again. I took two rays starting from the point object. They strike the mirror, get reflected, and then we produce these rays behind the mirror. Wherever they meet, there the image is formed. Now you can see here I have taken two rays. Children, for a very small object like a point object, we take two rays. I mean minimum two rays are required to form an image. Single ray will not give you the image formation properly. Two rays minimum are required. For a bigger object or a larger object, we can take many rays, but there we take four rays. Now you must be thinking why I am saying only two or only four. To simplify the diagram, you can take ample number of rays, but it will give you a complicated diagram which you will not be able to understand. So this is a simplified diagram of the image formation of a point object. Then are you seeing here that I have drawn dotted lines over here behind the mirror? Why? The reason is these light rays cannot pass through the mirror. Now can you tell me why? Yes, mirror is an opaque object, and you all very well know light cannot pass through opaque object. So we are just imagining that these light rays may be meeting somewhere behind the mirror, and so the image is formed. And this is what we are doing. So these rays which we have drawn behind the mirror, they are known as virtual rays. And wherever the virtual rays are made, they are made dotted, as well as the image is also dotted, virtual. Dotted, I mean it is virtual. Image formed here is virtual. This you already know that the image formed by a plane mirror is a virtual image, because when you stand in front of your mirror, plane mirror, and you see yourself, you see as you are. You never see your legs up and head down. Don't laugh. I mean to say, as you are standing in the way, same way you are seeing your image. So, plane mirror forms a virtual image.